see. Future correct.
You the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to judge me.
You're the sheep and I'm the one with the shears. I'm exploiting for your product.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Have you ever found that, you're just like constantly touching your phone, like constantly looking at your phone, like all the time? I mean, geez.
Literally. How do I live like this?
Imagine if we didn't have our phones, what would we do?
Plow the fields.
I guess we would be too preoccupied with the people in our immediate area.
It would be living like the old-timey way.
We would all be communicating via pigeon.
Poor pigeons.
I know.
Okay, that was Abby, right?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay.
I'm back.
Abby,
No, that was me.
why have you forsaken me?
That sounds like you, Edu.
No, okay. That's right.
Abby, what?
We've been talking about the fact that Edu has sometimes similar voice to you.
You think so?
No.
I think it's the accent.
Sometimes.
What accent do you have, Edu?
I think we have similar voice. I think the accent is similar.
It's just the accent. But I just had my head in a different position when I was talking, and that's, I guess, why I sound sometimes like Abby.
What accent do you have?
We are, can I say Abby?
What?
Welk accent we hebben?
Yeah, sure.
No, we have Dutch accent.
No, I know that Abby is Dutch. Okay,
No, I need to. No.
I hear, like Edu, I hear a touch of African in your accent. Like, a touch of it. And, but whenever you sounded like Abby, I didn't hear that at all. For example, sometimes when, and I don't know if I have any kind of accent and like any touch of, like, but sometimes when the Pakistanis that are from Canada speak, or even the US, I hear a little bit of Pakistani accent in their speech.
Oh, interesting.
Even though they were born here, I can still hear, like, you know how the Pakistanis have, like, the Indians, how they speak, like, it sound like I can hear it in it sometimes.
Maybe it's in my English, because when I speak Dutch, most people cannot tell I'm immigrant, you know. But in English, I just have a heavy Dutch English.
Wait, what is your first language then?
My first language?
Uh-huh.
Well, it is kind of Dutch, but my parents are originally from Eritrea. So I spoke Tigrinya until I was like 4 fluently, but then I forgot most of it. So I speak better Dutch than Tigrinya.
I found it.
But that is the accent, actually. No, but I never recognize people with Dutch accents. Like, I don't know how Dutch accent sounds like, because Abby, for me, like, and other Dutch people, they always have like different accents. Like, I don't see the similarity between them. I don't see the pattern.
But you know what you have to do? It's really funny. There is like this Dutch football coach that coaches foreign countries. When he speaks Dutch, English is crazy. I will send the link.
It's like heavy Dutch accent?
Yeah, but also even like, you know how you have certain idioms, I guess, or sayings. It only makes sense in Dutch.
Yeah.
People say it in English, it makes no sense. Like, for example, when I say like, I have it up to here, we say, the bucket is full, like, the bucket is full with water, and I'm dripping out. But it doesn't make sense in English, you know? So, like, people are laughing all the time. Let me find the video.
Alpha, by the way, are you there?
Yes.
So this is what he said. Dirty, smelly, stinky sheep.
You're a dirty, smelly, stinky.
He kept saying that over and over. He's like, we're basically dirty, smelly, stinky sheep. I'm like, okay, that's not a great way to, I don't know. I don't know.
No, it's not the most pleasing image, and probably not the best way to think about yourself, but...
Yeah, like, I didn't like it.
It was like the
You're
pastor.
a dirty, sneaky sheep.
Was it the pastor?
So Edu, not the pastor, the guy that was doing the OCIA. I haven't met
OCIA.
the Order of Catholic Initiate. What does it stand for? Alpha?
I think you got it. It's the well, I think it's called it's a Catholic, it's a Christian. But it's just like what adults like if they want to convert, they do this program.
Like Catholic and stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So Edu, you're Eritrean?
Yep.
Oh, nice. My first exposure to the word Eritrea was when I was in college.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I used to wear the hijab, and I was very, 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 like, brown, like, very tan. And this Kenyan TA came up to me, and he asked me, "Are you Eritrean?"
Yeah.
It could be because a lot of us, we get mistaken either for, mixed.
And I didn't know what it was, so I went home and I Googled it. And I was like, what is Eritrean?
Eritreans are like black, no?
What did you say?
Eritreans are usually black, no?
Eritreans are considered like some of the most beautiful of the East Africans, actually.
Yeah, we are kind of, we are black Africans, of course, but like, we are, I don't know if it's like Semitic, but like we are like a distinctive ethnic group. Then Ethiopians and Eritreans look more similar, like especially the ones because of Habesha, so people of the highlands. And I think like a couple of thousand years ago, we immigrated from like Yemen or something like that to Eritrea and mixed with locals. With either that or because since humanity started in East Africa, exactly on the border of Eritrea and Ethiopia, humanity looks like us, not us like looking at humanity. If that makes sense. Because people say, "Oh, you
came out of Africa."
Yeah, because people say like, "Oh, you don't look typical African. You don't have like big nose or blah blah blah." What are you mixed with? I'm like, I'm not mixed with anything. I'm just Eritrean. But people always like get mad about it. But yeah.
Europeans mixed with Neanderthals.
Wait, I hate to interrupt, but King LeBrian has returned to the room. All hail, King LeBrian.
Brian, we were hearing a little bit of the conversation because John was streaming it, but then he got kicked out, so we missed most of it. But it was interesting what y'all were talking about.
Cool. Actually, I have a task for John, since he says, "Hail, King LeBrian." I have a task for you, John.
Him saying muted is saying okay. Go ahead, John.
No, I'm trying to think of that guy with the black and white photos. His name was like Moramato or Mike or what the hell was that guy's name?
Anyway, I'm blocked out of that room. And go back in there and ask them, why have you blocked Andrew?
I can't. They've kicked all my accounts out, and I don't have anonymous. But what you can do is create a new burner account. Don't look at anybody's profile and get an anonymous account.
LeBrian, just message Issa or some of the mods and let them know. I'm sure they want you back.
I think I did, but I'm not sure. Like, when you message somebody on this app now, it looks dark. Does that mean the message was delivered?
I think it tells you if the messages are delivered.
Wait, what are you talking about? Which platform?
Here.
Oh no, here it doesn't say. Here it doesn't say.
But like when you send somebody a message, like it's like grayed out. Like the way they present the message, to me, it's like I can't tell if it was delivered. Like I just have no idea.
No, here you cannot tell if it's delivered or not. But yeah, if it was Telegram, then yeah, obviously you probably know.
Yeah, I hate this app. You know what else I noticed? There's like weird shit on my profile, and there's no way to remove it.
Oh,
It's
the
like this
rumor conversations?
For example,
you mean the hot takes and the replays?
That's the first thing. Yeah, it's like some of them I wasn't even reading the shit. I'm just clicking a button to get it off of my fucking like screen.
Yeah, no, you need to.
And then it's like saved to my profile, and you have to pay them to get rid of it.
Exactly.
Hates the niggers.
Right. Like what the fuck? And then the second thing is like, okay, so this fucking faggot. I told you this guy was defending Andrew Wilson like gay porn best friend or whatever. This faggot messaged me. He literally messaged me like, "Come back, pumpkin," like fucking faggot. And I messaged him back like, "Okay, thanks for confirming you're a homosexual." But like, there's no way. Like, his face is now like pinned
Okay,
to my
so I can tell you
profile.
how to remove that, LeBron, like Andrew. Just go and delete your message, and it goes away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You could delete a message.
Yeah, just manually delete your message, and he'll go away.
Okay, hold on. I didn't know you could do that. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I was sick of seeing that faggot's face on my profile.
Which one was it? By the way, you can delete that. Yeah. So you know how to do that, right? Go on
To
your
do what?
profile. Click on your profile settings.
If you don't want anybody to see who
And
you
your
talk
name
to.
on top, and then say hide recent chatting.
But he already removed it. He removed it by
okay.
deleting it. But if you don't want anybody to see
Yeah.
who you're talking to, you can do that,
Just
but you
do
won't be
that
able
by
to see.
default.
But you won't be able to see who
default.
other people are talking to either.
It's in settings.
Yeah, so okay, click on your profile, go to settings, and then click on your name above, like it says whatever.
Oh, I never would have even thought to click my fucking name.
Okay, and then it says hide recent chatting, private profile, enable NSFW, and then you just toggle on hide recent chatting. Then you won't, yeah.
Abby, by the way, you know who slid into my DMs
Who?
the other day? Yasmin.
Who's Yasmin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And she wrote to me, "You feckless little man, go get a therapist and deal with
Why?
your internalized anti-Semitism."
You? Wait, did she confuse you with someone?
No, she didn't.
Wait, how are you anti-Semitic?
No, internalized.
How are you internalized anti-Semitic?
Go ask her. But I wrote back, a new phone, who this?
Great work, Alpha. That's just
Smart. Very funny.
So do you know who blocked you, Andrew?
yeah.
If I had to guess, I'd say it was that L chick because she said that. But she said that if she ever sees me, she's gonna remove me or whatever.
The older woman?
No, not
Yeah.
you know.
The very old blonde woman.
Okay, so let me see. LC?
Yeah.
So she follows me, so I can't tell if she, how her settings are. But usually you can tell if somebody has you blocked, whether you can see the message button or not, unless they have their messages turned off. So if you click on her profile and it only says add, most likely she's the one that blocked you, if she's modded. That's a way.
What's your profile?
It is, her at is LCI. LC is fishing.
LC is fishing. Okay. I don't think she is fishing. I think she's drinking.
But because she has a plus sign, she'll also see that she saw that you clicked on her profile too.
So it says I can message her, so I guess she doesn't have me blocked. Is that how that works?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. I guess I've not heard of it.
It's not, hold on. Just note that it's not always the case when you cannot message people. Sometimes because they have messages off.
Yeah. But like most likely, if somebody else, the only way you can confirm that they have messages off is if somebody else checks for you and sees if they can message them.
Alright, well, somebody message Issa and say, "Hey, why are these fucking... I'm tired of this. I'm tired
Issa
of this."
has me blocked. That's why I can't go in there.
Are all of you...
It's not gonna do that for you. You think she's gonna work for you?
No. Issa has had like, she will. I think she will. She's like, I think she'll have somebody on, because she used to she had Daniel unblock me one time when he had me blocked.
You're reading
So no, she won't. They seem like you all seem like you had a very cordial conversation, and it seems that she is interested in becoming Jewish. Did you get that feeling?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like she was having.
Oh my god.
John was streaming it, But it seemed very sincere. As somebody who is looking for the truth, like I can respect that struggle because, like she said, it's something that she. Like, you're so used to something all your life. It's hard to like break away from it.
Congratulations, Annie.
Like, but I'm also sad that all the Muslims that you.
I'm the last person to be
You're Elon is an atheist. But I'm also disappointed that all the Muslims that you talk to turned out to be like crappy people on Twitter.
Dude, these people, they would say to me stuff like, yeah, every single Jew in Israel needs to be killed. Like, oh, okay. Oh, got it. Now I understand. Now I get it.
Do you remember when I said I would rather have 1,000 righteous Jews or 100 righteous Jews in Palestine than some guy on here, and then they all tried to.
I remember you are not credible. Yes. But I can't count you as one of the good Muslims I know anymore because you're a Christian now.
Well, I'm having a theological. So
this is your car, right?
we'll see.
Alright, so
I tried to make it a hybrid, and then people are like, you can't do that, and so I probably will go back to being a hybrid.
Sorry, you're a Christian now.
Yeah. I have been baptized.
Like I said.
I was in the supermarket and I saw a guy.
So, Andrew, how are you doing? Long time no see.
Pretty good.
I just know that if you put that in these two different colors.
So you believe that the New Testament, not believe you, because your research is that the New Testament translations changed it and originally did not say that Jesus is God. I heard you in the other room.
Their coach punished them by making these boots are made for it.
Nora, don't tell her propaganda.
Don't tell you. Why is this cast packed with an orphanage? Seniors.
I mean, last year I was going through the different manuscripts, the different Christian manuscripts, and comparing them. Interestingly, the Tanakh transcript, the oldest manuscript that you all have of the Tanakh, is not as like there's older New Testament transcripts than there is the full Tanakh transcript. Did you know that, Andrew?
Say again?
I mean, it's been a while since I looked into this, but I believe it's the 10th or 11th century that you all have one full transcript of the Tanakh.
Okay.
Is that accurate?
Well, that would make sense with how particular Christians have been in writing their scriptures, and in what maps.
Well, that's something that was Old
Testament,
Testament.
not the New Testament. There's like earlier transcripts of the New Testament. Earlier
Let me Google
manuscripts.
this real quick. I will.
No, but wait, you have the Dead Sea Scrolls. Those kind of predate everything.
Yeah, no, but it's not the full Tanakh.
Yeah, I'm saying, but for the preservation of the full thing, you need like to have a bunch of scribes, and they all have to be working very hard, make a bunch of copies, and like the number games, one will survive.
See, my criticism of Clubhouse as being a waste of time is it's like talking about the Zohar or talking about the Bible. It's like, you know what? Just read the fucking thing. It's like, I don't want to talk about owning a Mercedes, convertible. I want to drive that fucker through the city and have a great time.
Speaking of the Zohar, we were talking about it earlier. If I'm to read the Zohar, will I have a viral incident in an elevator?
Yeah. No.
Andrew did send me the Zohar.
Yeah. Did you read it?
Oh, he left the room.
I don't think Andrew knows about my elevator. I'm sure they've already they said it.
No, he knows. He knows.
Then why does he act like he does?
Maybe just not to, make you
Make
feel
it awkward.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, who cares, Nora? It happens.
Don't worry about it.
Like I said, I would rather have 10,000 viral videos.
At least we
than
found your beautiful, I will say it again, the video that I very much appreciated, you putting it together. You have some talent over there, and I totally
that crazy video.
Yeah, but
That one was good.
That was good. Like, you dragged me into those emotions that I haven't felt for so long after watching a movie. His movie director is called Jasper Noé.
Abby, stop lying to me, man. Mark.
No, she's
No,
Wait. What are they talking about?
I can testify to the fact that I was raving about that video for quite a
Yeah,
while.
no, she actually really liked it. She's not.
I really do. You gave me like these feelings, like I was like, wow, Nora's so good at this. Like with the two songs in the background of what's his name, Stapleton or something.
Yeah.
And you're like
Too
going.
bad I don't have that phone. I wish I still had my phones. I shouldn't have busted my phone, but whatever.
Anyway, that was good, and I told you to tap into that. And
well, I think I tried to tap into it the last 2 months, but I failed.
No, that was good.
That's funny.
No, you do have creative outputs. I appreciate. Like I know it's not good for you, but sometimes when artists have like a mental breakdown or something, they produce something very beautiful, and I think sometimes you have to see it in a positive daylight. Whatever that happened in the elevator, yes, it has negative consequences for you, but you got away with it, And
honestly, Abby, I would rather have 12,000 viral videos if I could just go back in time and my face not get cut open.
Yeah, but your face is cut open now, and you have to live with it. You can be sad about it, but in the end of the day, it doesn't really change anything on your face other than
What you could do too, something that might help give you like a different perspective of it. You should try collaging. Like you can do some self-portrait collages. So like you just take a picture, like with your face or just the scar, and then like put some different stuff around it. Like you can find magazines and cut out some different like beautiful things like flowers, just for an example, and make some collage self-portraits. That might help you look at it in a different way.
Yeah. To be honest, I think it's been beneficial in the sense of it's making me appreciate myself a little bit more. And then Snapchat is really, I guess it's listening to my conversations, so it's giving me people with like acid burns on their face, and like I don't know if your Snapchats are showing stuff like that, but that's what I'm getting on my feed. I'm like, okay, I will be grateful. I don't want anything else to happen,
Wow, that's some really smart algorithmic. Wow.
in the room and you said something about feet. One thing I have to tell to you, Nora and John, do not walk with your bare foot on a fucking hotel room. That's disgusting. When I saw John doing that, I was like, John, stop. Like, come on now. This just don't.
I know you think you're at home and just relaxing.
I know, but I just can't do it in a hotel room.
and that hotel, like, I mean, it was a good hotel for Newark, but it wasn't the best.
I got sick when I was in a hotel in New York. A second one.
I wasn't in New York. I was in Newark. I was in New Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey, never mind.
Yeah.
All hail the king. LeBron has returned.
Did y'all ever see my crazy video when I was like giving a finger to a random black lady on Snapchat?
Wait, what was it? I was reading something.
This is a couple of days, like, and I'm so crazy. Hold on. This was before my viral video. I probably shouldn't share it, but it's okay. Copy. I think Abby will enjoy this.
Okay.
Okay, did you see it?
Wow.
What's wrong with me?
Well, that's so mean. Someone is commenting, is she okay?
You dead. That is funny as hell.
That was 2 days before the elevator video.
What has she done to you, actually?
I don't know.
More cars. Limousine?
Huh?
No,
Now-
she
I think it was projecting everything that was from Twitter. I mean, not Twitter, from Clubhouse onto the real people in the real world.
I love the music in the background, by the way.
Okay, I'm Carrie Underwood.
Oh my gosh. What your hand skates or?
Yeah, it was my rental. My rental that ended up staying there while I was in the hospital. So I had a really high bill. You're welcome for the content, John.
That is fucking funny, I'm gonna lie.
It's horrible. And the reason I have access to it is because I put it on Snapchat worldwide.
Can I get oh my god.
Like I really wasn't like in my. I don't know why I wasn't focusing on the things that mattered. Like, let me see.
Did you say something in the video?
Yeah, she's saying in the end she's screaming something to the black man.
Did I? Because I didn't watch the whole thing.
But in the end, you were going to second car. You.
Oh, is that the guy that came after me with the hammer?
I don't know, but he's like, what are you doing? You're like, something like that. I can hear you.
Yeah, he came out with a hammer.
Why? you sound like you were seriously screaming at him.
Oh, was I?
Yeah.
What a crazy girl.
I cannot fast forward, but I have to rewatch it again.
Oh my god, I posted my video with Rick on there.
What? Really? Show me.
No.
Show me, please send the link. Don't worry, I've met Rick in real life already. Don't worry about it.
No, because you can see me.
Oh.
I mean, we already know how you look like.
No, I look like a crazy person. Like, more crazy. I was wearing my
It's
glasses
okay.
and a hijab.
Wait, you met Rick?
No, I was talking to him on FaceTime.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Me.
Hold on, you hear me play it? No, what's his name is here recording. I can't play it. My voice was already gone that day.
You know what? This is wild. I love. Thanks for sharing.
That's the funniest shit ever, actually. That is badass. Like,
You know what I said? I'm telling Rick, let me ask you this, and I don't know what I'm trying to ask him, and then he says something, and I go, no, and I said Abby's favorite word.
what is my favorite word?
The one that you got in trouble for.
Oh, don't say it. Don't say it.
Wait, what is it? The N word?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was... John, can you leave so that I can play this video? I don't want it to be on YouTube.
That's a very good point in his political career.
I praised him when he.
I was sent just before we opened the room a very strong analytical view of the Democratic Party and how it may be morphing now. It was a pretty critical view of the Democratic Party and how it's morphing now. And I'm not going to get into the specifics of any of that because it really has nothing to do with today's room topic, except for the terminology in that long missive that suggested that Schumer is now in political hospice. I thought that was a terrific way of that person to make their point. Is he in political hospice? Is he on life support? Is he in critical condition? Is he in serious condition? Is he not so seriously wounded? How should we assess his medical status politically? And also, should he resign as minority leader for the good of his party? What do you think? I'm going to start calling people in the order in which I see them on the stage. We could use more people up here. So hands up, folks. Today's discussion begins with Howard, followed by Marshall.
Hey, Gary. Hello, everyone. Yeah, definitely interesting times, interesting questions that you're posing there, Gary. You know, I think you hit the nail on the head. My perception is that the leadership or communication, but if he's to remain leader, that's ultimately up to the rest of the senators from the Democrats to decide. On a much broader view, though, I do feel that if the Democrats really want to have a chance, it's still a branding issue for them, and the branding can't be everything Trump does we're against. I think part of it has to be what that party stands for. And with that, it does need new energy. It does need new communication skills. And, you know, however you feel about her politically, but certainly Nancy Pelosi, it could be argued, did serve her country, did serve her party, but she ultimately realized it was time to pass the torch. My view is that should always happen a lot sooner than later. I've been on record, as we talked about the former presidential election, that Biden was too old to hold office, and similar to the Constitution saying you have to be 35 to be president, I feel there should be a ceiling age limit too. We can debate what that exact number is, but it's a lot lower than where Chuck Schumer is today. But again, Gary, I'm breaking the scope here and I'm broadening it from a Democratic branding perspective. I feel that, you know, if he's on life support, good riddance, the sooner the better, but that's just one person's point of view. But in terms of continuing to lead the Democrats, that's ultimately up to the Democratic Senate caucus to make that decision. And I'm interested to hear other perspectives on it. So thanks for the time.
If I could get the microphone to work, I would respond to you. And I'm wondering your thoughts, Howard, about my concerns about Mr. Schumer that predate all this. And as you know, I am neither a Democrat nor a Republican. I'm not just an independent.
He's a southern man. Dun 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 dun. He's a southern man. Dun 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 dun.
About why I feel the party system is injurious to moving this nation forward on almost any issue. But I've been very frustrated with Schumer because I expected him to be stronger in support of Jews in the United States and of Israel.
What?
Now, I know there are those who have argued that because he's Jewish, he's been too pro-Israel.
Listen to this, or
Yeah.
But I, as one Jew,
Oh, I'm live streaming it.
he's
Yeah, you can
really
talk. Just talk.
almost even turned his back
Good.
on Israel sometimes.
You know, my trial begins in
And I've got some examples that I could
45
toss
minutes.
out there, but I don't want to make this
For what?
the sole
the talking
topic. I don't want to go into great detail about it. But I'm wondering about your perceptions about this.
Steve Appel.
I'm taking it
And I
beyond
said, and then like in the room, in the terms of service, because I
aspects
said
of this within the
your
Democratic
family
Party
was 91
and to how it might affect me
like my dad showed me how to do.
people I care
And
about.
like,
And
he was
I'm
like, oh,
wondering
you're
your
threatening
thoughts
my
about
family. I
that.
said I could threaten your family.
No,
And they had a
great
trial
insight
last
on that,
night,
Gary.
and I lost the
Yeah,
trial.
similarly, as I mentioned,
like
his
so
strength,
12
I
people
feel, is
voted
not
against me.
public speaking or
And like
communication.
they said that I
It's
had to be
probably
45
where
days
strength has
where I'm
been,
not allowed to be
has
up
been,
on
you know,
stage
behind
in the talking
closed
apes.
doors, lobbying,
So now there's an appeal,
arm twisting,
and then if you go to look
really
at the
kind of
talking apes,
greasing the
it'll
wheels
say
that
like
needed to
free
be
dog.
greased. But we're in
And
an
the
era
trial
now
begins in
where
47
I think communication
minutes.
skills are more important than
Interesting.
ever. And Gary,
Well,
one
I thought
example
that
is
was
you're
record.
mentioning your concern about him even
I
prior to
record
this
that one because
whole government
Sounds like a bunch of
shutdown.
monkey
Most
business to
recently
me.
was the New York mayoral election where he couldn't even really clarify what his position was and who he was supporting. And I feel from a leadership leadership point of view, that was a failure as one example. So I agree with you, Gary. As it relates to Israel, that's somewhat complex. But he's just, I feel, it's definitely passed a law of diminishing return. And if the Democrats were focusing more on going forward in the future, and I come back to the rebranding, the sooner that he's put out to pasture, the better the party's going to be.
But yeah, I was just giving you a heads up, bro.
The sooner he's put out to pasture, maybe the better New York State will be. But that's a different issue altogether. Thank you, Howard. We now go to Marshall, followed by David.
How's it going, Gary?
Oh, that was Marshall. Oh,
I'm doing fine. Getting the microphone to operate when I ask it to, that's another story.
But anywho, I'm gonna back
so,
up.
Since I'm not in the Democratic Party, I'm not going to presume whether Schumer should go or shouldn't go. What I will say is that I think, at least for me, I think it showed leadership to go, yeah, we want SNAP benefits back, and we'll argue about the ACA later. I think that showed some personal strength on Schumer's part. I think he took a decision that he knew his caucus probably wasn't going to like, but that he viewed as the right one for the country. So that's kind of what I have to say about that. I'm not sure what will happen with the outside lobbying groups or anything like that, but doing that, in my eyes, probably makes him an adversary in the progressives' eyes. Noting that I sit center right and the progressives sit on the left-hand edge of the Democratic Party. So I'll leave it there.
Thank you, Marshall. Kowarski, we've been trying to invite you up to the stage several times. David, followed by Brent.
I was really worried that I was going to agree with Khalid Rashid, but I guess I'm glad they're in the House. Democrats, and probably all of our government, have an old age problem. We have 70 and 80-year-old people in office that, at the very least, don't accept new ideas well. As Howard mentioned, communicate in a modern way. We need a forceful voice against what's happening in this administration. I mean, Comey being sued will probably result in someone from the DOJ, if not imprisonment, a large fine. Just things like that. I think that if Mamdani and AOC are going to be the new vision for the Democratic Party, as someone who's voted Democratic almost all my life, Republican in state elections because our state's so screwed up, I'm going to be a Republican from now on. I'm done. And really, this age problem has been brewing. It's not a new problem. It's something we need to recognize. And I think we haven't even had a competent post-mortem on the election. Democrats are still waiting for Trump to fail. We better do a Mamdani post-mortem because, as you may not agree with his views, but he energized an electorate and got it done. And again, who was running against him? Old people with old ideas that didn't energize anyone to vote. So, yeah, we need better, we deserve better. And frankly, correct me if I'm wrong, basically with what they settled for, they kept this country handicapped, shut down, spending more money than if it was open for not any better result than they could have done 2 or 3 weeks ago. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. They could have done exactly what they did yesterday, 2 months ago, when this whole thing started. I mean, if they were going to make this compromise, they didn't have to go through what they went through to get to where we're at. But I will point out that it's not just the Democrats that has the problem with age. The Republican president of the United States is pushing 80 right now, right?
Right. Yeah. You can see
And also, Senator Grassley's like 93.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm 73. I'm fit. I took a blood test. I have everything working correctly according to that. And I'm working every day, but the energy requires to do what they have to do, it's not there.
I don't think it's age necessarily. It's the ability of the individual, both physically and mentally, to be able to handle the job. We saw the past president stumble in that regard, and in fairness, we're seeing the current president stumble in that regard. All you have to do is listen to what he said the last time he talked about magnets. It was not comprehensible. And so I think that it is true that Schumer has a hard time adapting and adopting new ideas. But I don't know whether it's because of his age as much as it is about his attitude. Because I know people who are older than you and me, David, who are very forward-looking individuals and very active in their own way, including some who are still employed full-time. So, I mean, my accountant is 83 years old. I mean, you'd never know what to look at him, and you would never know what to discuss things with him. Active in politics in his community, sharp as he's ever been, and with a wealth of knowledge that people half his age don't have because he's had the experience. So I think it depends on the individual, and you can't just say, because this person is young, he's inexperienced, and can't hold office, and because this person is old, you know, he's past his prime. That's not
We do have a major problem in Congress. And I agree. I mean, I help to run a large business group that does $2.5 million a year in business. You know, I have institutional knowledge, and together with everyone else who's much younger than me, we do a great job. But, and I don't want to stop working, and I feel I can still contribute, but we deserve better, and we're not getting it.
Thank you for that, David. I would agree with that last comment. And we'll now go to Brent, followed by candidate, and a call out once again for more hands up.
Brent. So I think it's kind of first kind of back up and say, you know, what does a Senate majority, what does a leader in either one of the houses actually do for the party? I would argue you could put it in three main buckets, and in order of priority is the first thing they keep their coalition together. That is the primary job of a Senate leader, of a House leader, etc. Second thing is they fundraise and they get ready for the next campaign. You know, that's kind of the next bucket. And then the third, and I would argue the least important, is a public relations kind of part of it. So, you know, if we're looking at Schumer and we kind of rank them in those three buckets, you kind of start out first was to keep the coalition. So, you know, with his last vote, you know, just to correct Marshall, he didn't vote for this. He said he was against it. So you had exactly
Thank you.
So you had exactly 8 Democrats go over. So you have two possibilities there. One is he failed at keeping his coalition together. The other is that he implicitly supported it and actually wanted this deal to happen. If he failed to keep his coalition together, he kind of failed at his fundamental job. If he implicitly supported, I would argue that's terrible strategy to essentially do what y'all are saying, go through 40 days and not get anything. You know, if Donald Trump wanted to close airports because he didn't want people to have cheaper health care, let Donald Trump close airports because he doesn't want people to have cheaper health care. That is actually the politically astute thing to do, not to shut it down and then not get your demands. So either way, I would rank this last one as a failure. I think for campaigning and fundraising, I think he does good. I mean, he's recruited a lot of good candidates. You know, Roy Cooper in North Carolina, Janet Mills in Maine, Sharon Brown in Ohio. I think he's done a really good job there. Then finally, kind of public relations, I would rate him as kind of mid. So that's how I would stack them up. It's obviously up to the Senate caucus to do whatever they want. I think we have talented people in the Democratic Party, and whether he stays or goes, I think it'll be okay. You know, I would say whatever the Democratic Party does with its leader, you also have to kind of enforce discipline in the ranks. You know, I pointed out Senator Fetterman's role in this. I mean, from the beginning yesterday. You know, Pennsylvania is not West Virginia. He's not in a deep red state. I do think you also, also part of keeping a caucus together is also, you know, voters and Democratic base allowing flexibility of people that are you know in red states or in seats that might be in trouble, but also you know, when individual senators are breaking that making it hard for leaders to maintain caucus unity, they're also it does kind of behoove Democratic voters to also aim their air at that, and that's generally how I would break down his role. And then also kind of just a brief comment about how, you know, base voters can kind of help out a party leader in any house.
So every caucus is diverse, and whether it's on the House side or the Senate side, whether it's the Republican caucus or the Democratic caucus, and the leader of that caucus has to find a way to prioritize the agenda and ensure, with some horse trading, that that primary agenda is met. And to do that, you can allow the siphoning off of some votes, but you cannot allow the siphoning off of enough votes to change the outcome of an issue that is of such import to the party.
Yeah, I
think about Nancy Pelosi, and I think, you know, Howard mentioned Nancy a moment ago. I think Nancy Pelosi on the House side did a tremendous job of giving the squad a platform, a bully pulpit, but without giving them any real power. She knew how to handle that. Another one who knew how to handle his caucus was Newt Gingrich. And the first one who I had the pleasure of meeting, who I give A+ rating of his ability to keep his caucus in line, was Tip O'Neill. It seems to me that Schumer, even though the public statements are coming from the House side and not from within the Senate about his leadership ability, it seems to me, Brent, that Mr. Schumer has lost the ability, if he ever really had it at any time, to skillfully handle the political landmines, the intra-party political landmines, and I think that's his biggest problem right now.
Well, and I would like a lot of your examples. It was coming from the wings of the parties. He kind of lost this on an issue where there's a pretty wide swath of the Democratic Party that thought that you should keep on moving forward. I mean, John Ossoff, senator from Georgia, Warnock, senator from Georgia, they both voted in favor of maintaining the filibuster. So, you know, I think that like losing that many senators that quickly, losing that many senators like that, does kind of show he could maintain that party discipline, or it shows he actually wanted this to happen. And I think that's probably I know that's a bad political choice, to do that, to essentially go 40 days and then get nothing, especially when you had polling in the election, providing great headwinds for the Democratic message. So I think in this instance, he clearly failed the mark.
Thank you, Brent. Candidate followed by El Normo.
Hey Gary, good afternoon. Good afternoon, all you beautiful speakers and audience listeners. I feel like I hear people talking out of both sides of their mouths. They say, oh, I'm voting Republican now, but yet we have to resist this government and resist Trump at all costs because of what they're doing. So I'm confused about the messaging and the communication that comes out of a lot of speakers' mouths, But with regards to Chuck,
Not sure I heard what you just heard that you are expressing concern about. Are you talking about David Katz talking about how he's always voted Democrat, but now he's done with the Democratic Party, but he still has concerns about the president? And that's the only speaker that comes.
oh, there's lots of fake Republicans on this app, like Marshall Rankin, others. I could name a whole list of fake Republicans on this app that hate Trump, hate the government. They hang out with communists and socialists all the time. They say they're communists and they're socialists.
I've tried to admonish you several times.
Dude, you're just going to talk about me?
He asked me who I was talking about, and I'm talking about you and other people.
But he never made such a comment today, did he?
Oh, I've heard him talk. I heard him in a room just the other day saying he's a communist and a socialist. He's not a Republican.
Okay, so what? You know what? You're making personal attacks now, but I will point out so you understand once again. Besides the personal attacks, talk about what's going on in this room, not what's going on in other rooms. I don't care, nor do the people who come here care what people are saying in other rooms. We're not on Clubhouse to be part of. I'm not on Clubhouse to be part of the Clubhouse social networking or whatever's going on. I only come on here to host this room. And I don't care what's being said in other rooms. And you're welcome to come to the stage and speak to what's being discussed in this room. But as I've told you on numerous previous occasions, do not come in and talk about what's going on in other rooms. It's off topic. El Normo and Marshall, did you want a further rejoinder to that? By the way,
the only thing I would say is I never said I was a communist or a socialist. He lies. He likes to lie. I guess it fits that he's running for office.
Oh my God, you a communist or a socialist? Where does he come off with this nonsense?
I have no idea.
Marshall is, he works for the Republican Party. He campaigns for.
He got him in a room talking to a bunch of communist socialists saying he's a communist and a socialist. Go to my YouTube account. He's impolitically correct with Patty saying Republicans criticize me for hanging out with you guys. A bunch of communist socialists. And if that makes me a communist socialist, that makes Marshall Reagan a communist socialist. That's what he said. Gary, that's what Marshall said, and Patty's politically correct, but you're censoring me, and I can't come up and say what I want to say.
But you're not welcome to come to the stage and cast aspersions and lies about other people in the room. It's just not going to happen. And we're not going to invite you back to the stage today. El Normo, followed by Brent. We're going to be wrapping up real early today, it looks like, unless some more folks come on up. Nope.
Hello.
So I've been thinking about the shutdown and about the stuff that you're saying about politics. So I'm very disappointed that we're having difficulty, not we in this room, we the American people are having difficulty having an honest conversation about what we're going through. And it's been going on for a while, and I've mentioned this, I think, in this room and in others. And I'm not sure what the explanation
Marshall was in Patty's room saying he gets criticized for hanging out with socialist communists like Patty in a room. And if that's true, then he must be a socialist or a communist. Marshall Rankin, the fake Republican.
Most Americans to have guaranteed health care is not affordable or sustainable without substantial government subsidies. Do you mind if I ask you, Gary, if we're in agreement? Do you think I have that right?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. Okay. That was very helpful. Okay. So I don't know why we can't have that conversation. I mean, and why didn't Schumer why don't we say that? What we just said, that the Affordable Care Act, which I think people generally like, people like having their health care, people like not being excluded from pre-existing conditions. All right, let's move on from that. I don't know why we can't put it in exactly those terms. And have the discussion, have the political debate and vote and fight in a rhetorical way about that. So here's what I see, and it's a little bit disgusting. The Republican Party, the right wing, if you wish, are trying to make this in a neo-Hitlerian manner. Forgive me, Marshall, obviously. They're trying to make this about foreigners, i.e., and they're calling them illegal immigrants or illegal whatever, undocumented people. They're making it about that because it's well known that
They kicked me. Ha ha! And another one. We got it again. And another one.
Wow.
Watch, we'll just go in there and with another account.
We
Elon, refer to the wish list at the top of the page, and please send me some money to take to Jamaica for the youths then. Thank you, Elon.
It's AI.
Can't get in.
Come here, candidate John. Candidate John, me have a bone to pick with you.
And its
Candidate John
have erroneously said that the Affordable Care Act applies to illegal immigrants where, in fact, it does not.
Okay. Well, I think I found that there's some instances in which, in some states, that are more hospitable towards undocumented immigrants, they're able to sort of slide their way into the system through public clinics and stuff like that. Like in California, they're paid for by the federal government. And that's not true universally. It's a side note. Now, since we're talking about that, though, now you might hate Elon Musk or love him, but he made this point, and I can't dispute it, that Democrats created sanctuary cities and opened the doors to immigration because in the census, an increase in population, legal or illegal, allows you to add both electors in the Electoral College for presidential elections and also Congress people. Both of those are based on the census. Doesn't matter if you're legal or not. Now, of course, you could say, well, some undocumented people are not going to participate in the census because they're afraid of being caught. But that's just, that's sort of a side note. The truth, I can't dispute what Elon Musk said.
What does that have to do with this topic?
I'll give you a second to think about it. Candidate John also watched me on Alex Jones. Candidate John, can you give the room a report? What was I banned for on Twitter, and why am I still banned right now?
Well, Unfortunately, when you get mass reported, you just can't fight it because the system just takes it. And, I don't want to specifically say what you told me because I don't want to repeat Lashon Hara. But let's just say that you are censored because they fear you.
That's true. Who was reporting me? Who was taking credit publicly for mass reporting me and getting me banned?
Blame to go
Boys,
around.
this guy loves to talk. All of a sudden, he doesn't want to talk. I've never seen anything like
it.
Right? I'm surprised, Kitover. Are you gonna give us a pause?
Oh, sorry. I was talking. I thought I hit the mic button. Can you repeat your question again, King, so everybody hears it?
Who was reporting me? Who were the people that were taking credit for mass reporting me and getting me banned?
Well, you said it was two groups. I don't want to say one of them, but I will say the other, which is the communists.
That's true. Why are you afraid of the other group? What's going on there?
Because unfortunately, they just had a very large ceremony and festival where they throw poop at each other. And lest I Lashon Hara this group of individuals, I too might have shit stains on my hands.
Incredible. Now those people, they were mass reporting me, true, but besides the communists, the people mass reporting me the most were the Groypers, Nick Fuentes' followers. There's an op going on. Yeah, there it is. And put it at the top. Me and Alex Jones were talking about this for 2 hours. There's an op going on. If you go on Twitter, you can find tens of thousands of likes and retweets on any random stupid account that just has the most disgusting things to say about Jews or Israel. And I'm not the one to go around complaining, anti-Semitism. I focus on America. But the reason these people are doing this, the reason that they're talking about this stuff and it's getting all these likes and shares is because there are foreign nations, namely China, Qatar, that are putting money into bot farms, giving these people attention, giving these people money in order to drive a wedge into the right wing. The left was dead. They had no lane to popularity. But with this PSYOP, pushing all these likes, shares, and money to influencers to hyper focus on Israel, it's getting people away